we get our first look at Ashika Island and the Resurgence, and we get Castle first off. This is kind of what this is going to look like. Kind of have the different colors here, and obviously this has multiple levels. Looks like the windows right here, but this area looks like it could be closed off because you can see these windows are kind of all a little bit small. There's an opening here, so maybe you can get on top of it, but you couldn't really get into the interior here. Maybe that would be closed off from this window section, and it's just for aesthetic height, where maybe you could stand on it, but then you'd be a little bit vulnerable. So it's kind of an interesting POI. It is the highest point on the map, at least from what we've seen so far. And looking at other POIs. We also have Town Center, which you can see where the castle is in the back. And then this is kind of like all the way across. There's going to be water. And then right here, we can kind of see this area connects underneath the map. We kind of see the full map. It'll actually connect underneath and wrap all the way around. So it's kind of an interesting thing. And I'll reference this in a quick second when we look at the overhead view of the map. But overall, interesting color choices. It is a little bit darker and gloomier, which is not necessarily what I'd like. I like it to be more vibrant, visible, kind of what we had towards the end of Rebirth where the color was pretty solid, like sunlight. But then again, there are instances where you look at the sun. So I think this is better than having to stare at the sun. We also get to this area, which is the beach club. And this, we can also see the castle up top here. So we can kind of see we're slowly moving around the POI. We have a little bit of a diving board here, a little bit of a bridge that connects to this outside, some little stuff to jump on. And then there is water around the outside, which I don't think will be that useful for the most part. I think only this underground area, which will be a little bit interesting when we get to it. Looks like the recons will possibly be available. Maybe you have to do that, and this could be DMZ related, where you have to go and put in the hard drive in the top. And it looks like there might be a couple of those across the map. Kind of hard to tell those other ones. The detail of the image isn't like crazy. Then we also got underground waterway, and the line I was drawing, it kind of comes through here, and I think it goes like this, and that's kind of how this will connect, and this will be underneath kind of like the castle area. So this will probably connect up. Looks like there's a doorway there because of the lighting, and I'm not really a fan of this style dynamic, just because when you get zones that are about to end, it can get a little bit wonky. But beyond that, seems cool, whatever. Like, this is probably my least favorite POI out of the ones we saw, just because it's kind of like splits up the map in an awkward way. And that was probably my least favorite part of Fortune's Keep, was the dual layer, where it's like, okay, where the heck are these people on the map? All right, cool. I got to jump down and be super vulnerable, or I got to come up and someone's going to hold the zip. So it kind of ends up weird dynamics where you kind of get a little bit of bad RNG on a zone pool. Then here we go with the map. And here's what I was talking about. So this was the first POI we saw. This was Town Center. It's not really Town Center. It's more to the side of the left. It's kind of unnamed, but part of Town Center, because this isn't adjusted properly there. And then Beach Club, it kind of showed this part with this building involved there. So overall, those are kind of the POIs. And then the underground section, this is kind of what I was talking about. You can see that this one has an entry here, or an exit, and then it comes out over here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those so you can kind of see that. So it does connect through, and it looks like it does something like that. And the POI of the underground is something like there. That's kind of my estimate of it. Overall, I'm thinking this is cool. It doesn't look like a huge map by any means. It's kind of hard to say the scale because without playing it. They have the shipwreck area, which is kind of similar to what we had in Caldera. There's a residential area, which was similar to Blackout. There's a farms. I don't really know what that's going to look like. But we also have a port, which could be interesting. We've seen part of this, and we really only saw up to here when it comes to those POIs. We were able to see kind of through here, and then pretty much that POI. And that's it. That's kind of what we've shown. So we're missing a huge section of the map that we'll slowly find out. Let me know what you're most excited about. I'm going to be talking about this over on stream on Twitch. Link near the top description. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.